Well, good morning, folks. Very good morning to each and every one of you. Welcome along to what is the very first auction day, the very first Thursday auction day of 2022, the year of 3 swans and a donut. Mark Morrison is my name. I'll be your auctioneer in charge of proceedings. Welcome along to number 471 Papanui Road. Before we crack into things, I will just make mention of the inevitable COVID-19 announcement. We are operating under our new system in red now, traffic light colour red, right across the country in fact. So certainly here, just make sure that you've scanned in, you've checked in and you've signed in. Sanitise those hands on the way in. Make sure you just take a quick moment to sanitise your hands upon your departure at the end of your time here at Harcourts Gold. That would be appreciated. We'll keep the masks on throughout today's event, because this is an event. I'm the only one allowed to not wear a mask given I'm calling the auctions today. If you do become unwell in the next 14 days, if you could just let someone from the Harcourts Gold management team know of that situation. There are a few boxes that we are required to tick should that situation arise. So we thank you for working alongside us in that respect. Now, I'd like to firstly acknowledge and thank our owners. We thank them for their ease of access, for their presentation, but first and foremost, for their choice and agency. We appreciate there is good choice out there in the marketplace, and we thank and acknowledge them for choosing to work with the great team here at Harcourts Gold. Now, I will introduce you to some of the friendly faces who are here to help guide and assist you throughout today. I've got Lynette McFadden across the far side, business owner here at Harcourts Gold, and just right alongside me at the front, Mr. Chris Kennedy, fellow auctioneer and also business owner within the Harcourts Gold ranks. Now, a number of our management team are also here from our various offices around Christchurch, so if you need any assistance throughout today, just give them a wave and someone will be over to help you very, very quickly. I will also mention Alana Cosgrove, because Alana, she drives all the technology that you see up on the screen, so you can just follow everything as it unfolds today up on the screen. You can keep an eye on the bids as they move forward. And we also share all of our auctions out through our website and via our YouTube channel live each and every Thursday. So anyone tuning in to join us this morning, a very good morning to you. Now, I know the team at Harcourts Gold, they will have made all the relevant documentation for today's proceedings available to you. That's the LIM, the title, and the contract from which we work from. Now, that's been approved by the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand and the Auckland District Law Society. Let me take you to that contract now. There are a few rules and regulations that we must adhere to. Firstly, it won't surprise you that our owners have set confidential reserve prices. Now, we won't be disclosing those reserve prices to you, the bidders at large. Your job today is very, very easy. Your job is to get the bidding up and over those reserve prices. Assuming we can work together to do that, the highest bid, whose bid that I accept, you will very simply be the purchaser. I always suggest that you bid quickly and you bid confidently, because our owners do exercise the right to withdraw the property from market at any stage and sell it outside the room as per clause 2.6 in the contract. So make sure you hold the highest bid at all stages and you'll be absolutely fine. Now, I may nominate the sum by which those bids increase, and I can refuse a bid if I deem it not to be in the very best interests of our owners. If a dispute arises with any bidding, if there is any argy-bargy or misunderstanding, well, we'll just revert to the last undisputed bid and then simply recommence the bidding sequence from there. Now, in the absence of your bidding participation, as the auctioneer, I may place bids from time to time on behalf of my owners. These are known as vendor bids. If I place a vendor bid, you can be rest assured of two very clear and simple things. The first thing is that those vendor bids will always be well under the reserve price. And secondly, I'll communicate them exceedingly clearly to you, because I'll be using language such as vendor bid or the bidders with me, words to that effect. Now, the part that you're all here for, no doubt, is when that hammer comes down to the rostrum. If it falls in your favour today, congratulations, you are the successful purchaser. Before you commence any celebrations, we will ask a few simple things of you. Firstly, you'll sign the agreement, and in doing so, you're acknowledging receipt of the approved REA guide. Secondly, you'll arrange to make payment of a neat and precise 1/10 of the purchase price. Thirdly and finally, we'll get you to complete the GST information, which is outlined in Schedule 1. So folks, those are the rules of engagement for today's proceedings. Make yourself known to me and the team throughout the day, and I'm sure that we'll work beautifully together. Now, speaking of working beautifully, we've already had a number of pre-auction offers brought forward in their campaigns to kick off 2022, which has been very, very promising. So you take encouragement from that. We had 3 already brought forward. Rosie Robinson's 9 New Creek Muse selling at $1,007,000. Andre Moyse bringing to the market and representing number 34 Vagues Road selling very well at $920,000. And finally Michelle Maxwell's 21 Porchester Street in Aranui selling at $644,500. So brought forward auctions showing good strength and good confidence out there in the marketplace. Our first offering of today is in fact a brought forward. I have another one tomorrow and another one incidentally on Monday. So really good strength there in the marketplace, Chris, no doubt about it. Now before I introduce our first offering of the day, being 161 Pacific Road in North Beach, if there is anyone who may be here for 214 Knowles Street, which was previously advertised, we have just had a pause in that campaign and we'll just be bringing that property back to the market. So Rosie Robinson, our lead agent, if you've got any questions around that property or any interest, just make yourself known to Rosie and she'll be able to guide you in the right direction. So as I said, I take us forward now to 161 Pacific Road in North Beach. Now this is a brought forward auction, so all those rules that I just explained, things are tweaked ever so slightly differently for Pacific Road. Our owners have received a pre-auction offer at an acceptable level to them. What that means is in a few moments' time I will announce that acceptable number, that offer, and we will be on the market and we will be selling at that point in time. So we're effectively met our reserve. Therefore, I won't place any bids on behalf of my owners. That would not be the right thing to do. However, I still will give some suggestions and encouragement around the increments by which the bids will raise. By and large, I'm going to be very, very happy to work with any genuine bids that I see coming from the floor or perhaps coming on the telephone from some of my licensed colleagues. 161 Pacific Road in North Beach, brought to the market by an absolute superstar duo that is Andrew Swift, and I've got Milena down the front. Andrew is playing just towards the rear there. They're all set and ready to go on the telephone working with various parties. Good luck to you, and of course good luck to our lovely owner. This is an estate in cross lease. It's having a half interest in some 542 square metres. It's flat 2, it's deposited plan 48349 on lot 1, deposited plan 47982. All outlined and all detailed in that certificate of title that the team have been making readily available to each and every one of you in recent weeks. Friday the 18th of March 2022 is the set down settlement date. You may have made prior arrangements in writing with our owners. That's absolutely fine. I know we have some registered telephone bidders. I've cited the paperwork, very, very happy to move forward on that basis, and I'll point those telephone bidders out as I'm able to throughout the process. Schedule 2 outlines a concise list of chattels, and those further terms of sale, they're clauses 22 through to 28. You bid and you buy on that basis. Most noteworthy, I would suggest, is clause 24, which outlines that you are buying on an as-is, where-is basis here today. Well, as I said, brought to the market on an as-is, where-is basis, but if there was ever a home that acted and just felt like a freehold parcel of land, but in reality is that cross-lease in a technical element, well, I would suggest it's Pacific Road. Goodness me, this is just a fantastic opportunity. It's standalone, it's got its own access, and it sits ever so proudly facing out to the north, so it's well sited for that sunshine. Now look, it is cosmetically stunning, but it's structurally compromised. It's much like a supermodel with a bad back, but the positives are there, there's no doubt about it. You've got those 2 generous bedrooms, you've got that full-size bathroom, and the wood fire, well, that will keep everyone cosy in those cooler months ahead. That garden, it's your botanical backdrop, and on your back doorstep just down the road, you've got the beautiful beach as well, which is absolutely outstanding at this time of year. Folks, we've received a pre-option offer at $380,000. Who's got $390 for me? What do we say? $380 on the market and selling. In your hands.
381.
381. Very good. It's north of 380. At 381, we have an option today, folks. And 385 in the back. Thank you, Chris. Well spotted at 385. And is it 386 with you, Milena? Selling away at 385.
386.
386 it is. 86 at 386. Once called. 390 as expected at 390. And I take 391 from you, Milena.
391.
391, and you'd go 395?
Yeah.
395 confidently at 395 selling. First call, second chance.
396.
And 96. And 400 beckons, what do you reckon?
397.
Okay, mixing up the strategy, matching your one, Milena, and putting one of their own together. At 397 as we tippy-toe towards $400,000.
398.
398. 2 of your own. Take me to 400. Easy to work out the deposit. First call at 398. Selling 400. Andrew Swift, fresh space into the race, as they say. You take encouragement from that. At 400,000 here. On the market and selling at 400,000. Once called and I sell. Does Andrew's buy come in?
Yes.
With one fell swoop and take it?
401.
401. Welcome back, Milena.
405.
And 405 here. Still shaking the head. Happy for you to change your mind. I welcome you back in at any stage, but at 405 I sell here. Milena, do you go 410? More? At 405 once. Selling. Love that north-facing aspect. Pretty as a picture. Twice called at 405. Do you roll the dice one more time, Milena? What about $500 from your bidder? Yeah, done. Silent. Appreciate the bidding. At 405 to Andrew Swiss buyer on the telephone. Third call. Irrefutable chance. Last chance. Selling at 405. 161 Pacific Road. It's going at 405. It's going and it's sold. Congratulations. Well done, Swifty, Milena, and to our underbidders in the corner, thank you for your keen interest. Folks, we'll just reset the room and be back very, very shortly with Leanne Marriott's Glenfield Crescent. Hey folks, let us move forward with our second opportunity of the day, number 34 Glenfield Crescent in Mauriha, brought to the market by our shining light, our lead agent Leanne Marriott. Where's Leanne? Over this side. Leanne, I lost you, but I've got you back. All set to go, Leanne? Good luck to you. Good luck to our lovely owner. 34 Glenfield Crescent in Mauriha. This is an estate and freehold. It is a generous 1,136 square metres of that freehold parcel land. It's lot 53. It's deposit plan 17099, and it's all outlined in that certificate of title that Leanne's been filing through to you in recent times. The 25th of March 2022 is the date I have set down as that conjoined settlement and possession date. You may be playing on alternative terms, which is absolutely fine. That would have been signed off in writing prior to the commencement of today's auction. Telephone bidders, while they may come into play today, if they do, I'll be sure to point them out. Further terms of sale being clauses 22 through to 24. You bid and you buy on that basis. I remind any late arrivals that your bidding is certainly cash and it is unconditional here this morning. Schedule 2, that outlines the list of chattels. They are concise, but they are accurate, and you take them as being read and understood as you do those further terms of sale. Well, Glenfield Crescent, I visited this home at one of the open homes on the weekends. To me, this is just absolutely classic Kiwi real estate. It's that 1950s bungalow, and it sits on that expansive parcel of land, 1,136 square metres. It's leafy and it's mature, and it's very, very private, just tucked down the end of that driveway, sited nicely for the sunshine, I would suggest. The living and kitchen spaces, well, they connect so beautifully out to that deck, where you can just once again take advantage of the aforementioned expansive grounds I just spoke about. But when you do retreat back inside, well, it's a beautiful place to be, because you're going to be nice and warm and cozy with that log burner come winter, and you've got that heat pump for year-round comfort. The bedrooms, I like the way that they're split across the property, so if perhaps you're the bosses of the house or the boss, you can get away from it in the master bedroom with its nice ensuite and walk-in room. You've got the other 2 bedrooms down towards the other end of the house. Nice separation there in the house. You've got that fourth space being the office. Equally could be a small 4th bedroom should you choose. Absolutely livable. Perhaps this is rejiggable. That's your choice in terms of what you do with it in time. First of all, though, you need to get your name on the title. Folks, my instructions are very clear today, and that is to place a bid on behalf of my owners, placing one of those vendor bids I referred to earlier at $440,000. Let's move forward in 20s. I look for 460 somewhere in the room to kick things along. Bid over there from the young gentleman working alongside Leah Merritt. Good luck to you at 460. We're into the race and we're underway. At 460, let's move forward in 20s from here. I look for 480 anywhere. Who's got it for me? Once called at 460, twice as I count it down. Third chance at 460,000. We'll serve back with me then on a vendor bid at 480. Not here to muck around at $480,000. You'd bid me 500,000 all day or more. What say you? 500 confidently, he says, at 500,000. Welcome back into you. Well done at $500,000. Let's stick in the 20s at this stage as I scan the room for any fresh interest. Once called, private back section, twice now, 2 bathrooms, including their ensuite with off the master. Third and final chance at 500,000. We'll serve back with me then at 520. That's my last vendor bid. I'm not going to stand here running the program up all day, but at 520, vendor bid with me. On behalf of my owner, not for sale at this level. Would you bid me 550? A little bit early for once. I like that you're trying it on with me. But respectfully, I'll say no. Just come back at 540. And we can have a conversation. Sir, your persistence beats my resistance. Right, Chris? At 530, I'll work with you, not against you. We're not married. At $530,000. With you, you're in the lead, and that's where you need to be at $530,000. But 560, confident entry into the race. Good luck to you, sir. There's your competition. It's not me anymore. At $560,000. Do you go 70? Once called. Twice now. It's against you. You need to get your nose back in the lead. There's a strong play here from our new entrant, but don't let that put you off. Third call, quickly, at 560. I'll take 5 if you like. 565 and 570 at 570. Straight back in, hasn't put him off at 570 and 575 at 5 3/4 I look for. No, not at this stage. I'll come back and ask you in a few more seconds. Have a chat. You're out, you're done. Publicly giving away the strategy. Never my suggestion, but I appreciate the transparency at $570,000. Leanne Marriott, lead agent, and Anna McKenzie, one of our managers, working hard in the rooms here. Big decisions, of course, being made. Great home here. Love the way that it's tucked down and off the street, nice and private and quiet. Sited on the site just the right way. At $570,000 with my late entrant into the race at 570. Guys, would you like to come in for another 2.5 on the side, perhaps? Coming at 572 and 5. Think not of its worth today, but what it will be worth in the future to you. Can't put a price on happiness, although it might be 572, 500, I don't know. Why don't you try? At 570 I have. Can't come in for another 1,000 or 2,000, perhaps, Chris, over there? I know you're trying your hardest. Just encouraging people into happiness. Live your future best life. Here in Glenfield Crescent. But at 570, I have at the back of the room. Okay. I'm going to pause here.
Got any other bid?
For want of a better bid or offer, I pause here at 570. I'll give you 3 chances, sir, and I welcome you back in. First, second, third. Very good. Pausing here with you at 570. We'll have a conversation out in the back rooms, and we'll go from there. Pausing at 570. thank you for your patience. I now take you to number 4, Gosforth Way, up in Westmoreland, our last opportunity of the day, whilst we have Glenfield Crescent out in the back rooms being negotiated. Brought to the market by Mr. Caleb Griffian. He's been your tour guide towards home ownership here at number 4. This vacant parcel of land, it is an estate and freehold, 831 square metres of terra firma. It's lot 145, it's deposited plan 521122, and it's all outlined in that certificate of title that Caleb's been making available via your email inboxes. Now, the day you get access to that land to start creating your dreams is the 10th of February 2022. Incidentally, that is a Thursday. It's just 2 days before my birthday, so I'll just get everyone to note that one down. I know we have some registered telephone bidders that may come into play. I'll point those bidders out to you should they become active participants throughout. You bid and you buy on those further terms of sale, being clauses 22 through to 23, and of course Schedule 2, not so relevant today, no chattels included in the sale. Well, I always think that one of the best ways to improve your outlook on life is to elevate your position. And with it, life will always look just a little bit better than it once was. It will always look up from there. Number 4 Gosforth Way is absolutely that place and that location to do it. It's your blank canvas for you to create those future yet to be made best ever memories. 831 square metres is an absolutely sizable parcel of land in this ever-changing world where 500 square metres of land feels like the Kiwi quarter-acre dream. You get well and truly a lot more than that here. With those expansive views out across the city, they are absolutely magnificent. You won't ever tire of coming home and enjoying those views out across the city and out across the plains. You're so close to wonderful recreational access there with the hills and all of the adventure park and the rest of it, and you're in zone for wonderful school zones with Thorrington Primary and Cashmere High School to boot. Compelling opportunity. They're not making any more land, folks. My instructions today are to place a vendor bid to kick things underway at $450,000 on a vendor bid, so $450 with me. Who's got 460? 460 with you, sir, and why wouldn't you at 460? Good luck. Welcome in at 460. Who's got 70 for me? Should be really easy at this stage at 460,000. Once called, twice now. 470 with you. Welcome in. At 470 and 480, sir. At 480 it is. 490, 500, 500, 510, 510, 520, 530, sir. 530, 540, 550. Nicely done. Accelerating. Do you match that? Just 60. Stay in the 10s here at 560. So you'd bid 580. 600. Excellent. Doubling himself each time. Stick in the 10, sir. That's fine. Take me to 610. 610 it is. Do you bid 80,000 this time, sir? You've been doubling yourself up, but I'll take another 40 from you if you like. Once called at 610 for a prime position. 630, very good. Still a strong bid at 630, and you'd say 40, sir. 640, astute and confident at 600. 650, Margaret Danza, welcome in, working with the telephone bidder at $650,000. Is it here or somewhere else? 700, sir. Love the strategy. Clearly here to buy at $700,000. Good social proof. This is wonderful terra firma. This is great land at $700,000. Sir, I look for 710. Or more. What would you like to bid, sir? 705? Is that more comfortable? That's it. 705? 705, very good, at 705. Welcome back in at 705 for number 4, Gosforth Way. At 705, he nudges ahead. 710, welcome back at 710. Margaret, how are we looking on the telephone? We're on the market and selling. There you go, 715. There we go at 715. 720, welcome back at 720 on the market and selling. Hard to get land, hard to secure good land in Christchurch at 720. I sell here. Once called, selling. Twice. This justifies all the other opportunities that you've missed out on. Third call at 7-2-1, sir. Got you there in the nick of time. Fresh face into the race at 7-2-1. 7-25 at 7 1/4. 7-2-6, sir. You comfortable on the ones? We always say you need to bid at least twice in my auction room. 7:30, the wake-up call. It's 35 at 735. $735,000 for number 4, Gosford. 735, selling to you at this stage, but that can change in a moment. I scan the room. I begin my countdown. Once. Twice. It's 7:35 and I sell. Margaret, are we in or out? What about here or here? I'll take $1,000 from any of the three parties if you like. Otherwise, I sell at 7:35. Third and final chance. I've given everyone ample opportunity at 735 for Gosforth Way in Westmoreland. It's going at 735. It's going. Sold here. Outstanding bidding, sir. Congratulations. Wonderful result. Thank you to our owners for your clear instructions today. All the very best in your future endeavours, and to our underbidders, thank you for your keen interest. We'll be back with an update on the end. Marriott's Glenfield Crescent very shortly. So now take us back to number 34 Glenfield Crescent in Multihow. We have been negotiating for quite some time. Of course, it is big decisions being made on from both parties in any auction that we bring to the market. Now, we did pause the auction some time ago at $570,000. We have had a very gracious increase in the bid through to $590,000. I'll just get confirmation from you, sir, at $590. Thank you for that increase. I now turn to our lovely owner. I understand at $590 we've had a change of instructions. We're on the market and selling. Happy to sell? Very good. At $590, folks, we're on the market and we're selling number 34 Glenfield Crescent. For the want of a better bid or offer, I count it down 3 times, otherwise I sell here at the back of the room. Once called, twice in penultimate chance, third, final opportunity. Delighted to announce then, 34 Glenfield, it's going, and it's sold down the back. Outstanding. Congratulations to you. Just bought a house. Very well done. Folks, that does wrap up our first 2022 Thursday auction program. All 3 properties selling today, including those brought forwards earlier last week. So 6 out of 6 to start the year. We've got another brought forward tomorrow afternoon. May the rest of your day be the best of your day. We'll see you all very, very soon.